I have a cherry cake in the oven right now. I go to my mom's once a week and I make her dinner and I bring a dessert most of the time. So last night I made the dinner and sometimes I cook it at her house. But today I thought, what am I going to make for a dessert? Because I wanted to make one for her. So I knew I needed to use some of my fresh frozen cherries from last year. So I'm going to show you how I made this, and it's in the oven right now, and hopefully later when I'm at my mom's we'll do a taste test, and maybe not, but I will show you what the cake looks like either way. So it's a really easy recipe, and what's really awesome about it is there's no eggs, so you can do a lot of baking without eggs. So let's get started. Okay, so these are all the ingredients you're going to need. You are going to need a 9x13 greased and floured baking pan, and you're going to need butter, flour, baking powder, salt, milk, vanilla, and I'm using fresh frozen cherries from last year, and vanilla. And so I will have all the amounts and the ingredients in the description. So let's get started. First you want to add your half a cup of butter and a cup of sugar, and we're going to blend this 4 to 5 minutes with our mixer till it's nice and creamy. Okay, it's almost there. You want to set your timer for 4 minutes and it's almost done. Okay, this is how you want it, nice and creamy. Then you want to take your flour, baking powder, and salt in a separate bowl and kind of whisk everything together. You can do this before your butter mixture or during or after. Okay, next we're going to add our vanilla and milk mixture, which I have together, and we're going to blend this together just until it's blended. And then we're going to add our flour mixture. Once you get all your flour added, you're going to mix this about 2 to 3 minutes on a medium low. Okay, this is exactly what your batter should look like. Thick and creamy, but all combined. Now we're going to spread it in our baking dish. And in the meantime, you want to have your oven preheated to 375. Now, if your oven runs hot like mine, you can set it for 350 degrees. So we're going to add this batter, and then we're going to spread it all throughout this pan. Okay, this is what your pan should be like, and it should be a deep dish 9x13 pan. Now what you're going to want to do is take your cherries. They can either be halved or whole, and of course they have to be pitted. And these were pitted last year before I froze them. So you just want to sprinkle these all across the cake, and then you're going to put 1 1/4 cup of cherry juice. And all your fresh cherries, whether they're fresh frozen or whether they're fresh, you're going to have cherry juice. I have more than what I need for this recipe, but you're going to place your cherries on the top, and then you're going to pour your cherry juice on top. And this is going to be a 1 1/4 cup of cherry juice. And like I said, all the amounts will be in the description. Now, if I didn't mention it, you want to preheat your oven to 375, unless it runs hot like mine, and then I'm setting mine for 350. And we're going to put this in the oven and bake it anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. It really is oven dependent. So I will see you in about 45 minutes. One last thing, you're going to take a half a cup of sugar, and I'm using a little less than half a cup. I sometimes put less sugar when it comes to toppings. So you want to put a half a cup of sugar over the top once you get your cherries and juice. And mine is probably 1/3 cup. Okay, I had this in for 30 minutes. And it's golden, and a toothpick comes out clean, so it's done. So here's the finished cake, and like I said, it only took my oven 30 minutes to bake this, and you can have to bake it up to 45 minutes. Anyway, it looks wonderful. I'm not sure if we're going to taste it. We'll see, but this is what it looks like, and it's awesome. You could put some powdered sugar, you could sprinkle it on if you'd like, but this is really good with vanilla ice cream. So I hope you give this recipe a try. Thank you for watching. Okay, so we're at my mom's. I just cut a slice and I put some vanilla ice cream on it. So I'm going to do a taste test now. Okay, I'm at my mom's and I'm going to give this a try now. It's really good. It's like a pound cake flavor with cherries. And it's not overly sweet, but it's just right. So if you're looking for something that's real easy to make and not real sweet, but really good, I'd give this one a try.